10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6.
Hello and welcome to Rocket Fuel, your daily update of everything that's happening in the Rocket Pool community. My name is Wack. Today is June 6th and we're going to be having Rocket Fuel coming out at a slightly different time for the foreseeable future because the situation for, well, basically like stuff's happening in my life, which means that I won't be able to record in the morning in Eastern time anymore, and I'll be recording in the evenings in Eastern time from now going forward. So expect Rocket Fuel to be available for you first thing in the morning if you're in Europe, or last thing at night if you're in the US. So getting that out of the way, let's get started with the episode now. So yesterday and today there's been some like regulatory stuff that's been happening, some pretty big stuff actually. So this morning there was tweets and like official announcements then going out that the SEC is suing Coinbase in the New York federal court. And this was because, you know, they're saying that Coinbase was like acting as an unregistered securities broker and all of this other kind of stuff. Of course, yesterday's news was that the SEC was charging Binance with pretty much the same stuff. So everyone was just like, what on earth is going on? What are you talking about? Like, this is just dumb. But there's a whole lot of other things going on as well with that. So later on today, the news came today that broke that the SEC was seeking a restraining order to freeze all Binance US assets. So that was through a court filing. So if you have any assets on Binance US, it might be worthwhile for you to get those off Binance US. That's definitely not good. So keep that in mind, that is going on right now, and that you don't want to get stuck on Binance. Coinbase, of course, are retaliating by saying that, you know, they're going to go to court and they're going to fight everything that they can. But on the back end, it looks like they are already unstaking some of their validators. So according to Rated.network, you can see that they've exited 752 mainnet validators already. Of course, they're running tens of thousands of validators, so that is a very, very small percentage of their validators. Is 0.012% of all Ethereum validators. But I think, you know, Coinbase has like 10 or 15% of the network, so it's around 1% of their validators, I think, that are being withdrawn, and it might be that more get withdrawn as well. So that has, you know, had crypto Twitter kind of like talking about all of this and really buzz. There've been like live episodes by Bankless and Coin Bureau and others trying to figure out what's going on and like trying to find what positions, you know, things are in, and whether this is how bad this is basically. Funnily enough, it seems like the prices are reacting positively to this news, so things have actually been going up. Ethereum has gone up against Bitcoin, and the RPL token price is doing quite well in US dollars. It's quite flat on ETH terms, but like, you know, the idea that this would have caused a huge dump hasn't really materialized yet, so we'll keep an eye on what's going on with all of that. Okay, next we had this update from Maverick, who said, hey everyone, story time. One of the many delusions I suffer from is thinking that liquid staking space is starting to calm down a bit when the number of bird app mentions or call DMs start to drop off. Indeed, this happened last week during the team stand-up. Every time I start to think this time is different, there's always without fail a burst of new activity. Perhaps it's true that we're just getting started. Even when I started drafting the latest bi-weekly update yesterday, I had one of many moments of confusion, thinking that perhaps it had only been 1 week since I compiled last edition, because not much has happened. Of course, just looking at the length of the Medium post shows that this could be no further from the truth. Maybe it's just me, but I think it's important sometimes to take a step back and look at the big picture, just how much gets packed into 10 working days or 9 Australian working days. Because, yeah, they don't work on Friday afternoons. They just drink. No, that's just kidding. So even if you're trading 24/7, religiously consume Rocket Fuel, I'd encourage you to at least skim the latest protocol highlights in the bi-weekly, and Ken, I will see you tomorrow in the community call to discuss further. So this, Mav's absolutely right here, that even if you watch Rocket Fuel every day, there's stuff that gets included in the bi-weekly that I don't cover as well. And sometimes, once in a while, there's something that I covered that Mav doesn't, but most of the time, there's at least a few stories about integrations, mostly in listings, that Mav covers that I don't cover. So let's have a look at the bi-weekly. It's a good reminder. Of course, I cover it here for you all as well, so if you don't watch the bi-weekly, I go through it all in a quick fashion form for you all. So this is absolutely amazing. This first number, our ETH supply has grown 19.5% to 431,000, annualized growth of 507%. That's absolutely beautiful. Mini pool count has grown 10% in 2 weeks, annualized growth of 264%, and node operator count has grown 5%, annualized growth of 113%. Absolutely amazing numbers. And since the mini pool ETH queue has been cleared completely to minus 100%, there is now 1,058 liquid staking ETH queuing awaiting mini pools, and I will come back to that in the next part of the episode, or later part of the episode as well. Smart node 1.9.5 was released, high priority for Prison Nimbus users, medium priority for Lighthouse users, and if you're having any node status command issues, and low priority for everyone else. With R&D, work on 1.9.6 well advanced has been paused pending a Nethermind bug fix, which I will talk about next. And meanwhile, version 1.10.0, which features rolling tree gen, continues to make great progress. So that, I guess, is going to be the next big update that's going to come through. Hopefully that will be soon. DocSite migration to VitePress is complete, providing new Lux search function and other features. The old repo has been archived and is read-only. The new repo is available here, and there's a GitHub link for that. Research and internal discussion around implementation of a decentralized PDAO and interim steps to reduce trust and decentralize the Guardian role. The ENS support for node address and withdrawal address entry and staking site, and BitKeep wallet has been integrated into staking site, and work continues on the new website. So that's really cool stuff. With governance, proposal to help onboard universities as node operators, latest IMDC budget that we covered yesterday. We covered the PDAO Treasury report and how we should use the reserve fund and asset diversification. A call went out for applications for the GMC administrator role. I think so far only Schifrin has applied. There was a lot of discussion around SSV DVT, and the draft ODAO charter was published. With integrations, there's Aave. In Aave news, the supply cap continues to increase due to high demand. The governance vote to activate E-mode has passed, and Aave request for comment passed to add RPL to our version 3. That needs a chainlink price feed, which we don't have. So if anyone on the team is watching this, please get working on that ASAP. And then the Go, which is the Ghost stablecoin, will be minted once it goes live with RETH, which is really, really cool. And meanwhile, governance proposal was created to list RETH on Morphio's Aave v3 optimizer. I think that has passed. I'm not exactly sure. A large deposit saw the MakerDAO RETH cap hit. MakerDAO also onboarded RETH to Spark protocol, generating media coverage from the Defiant. And the RETH has been pouring into Gravita protocol faster than all of the assets, resulting in continual cap increases. And Rocket Pool has also hosted Gravita for a Twitter AMA. Index Corp appears to be planning a leveraged RETH token, which would be like using folding from Aave. That's really cool because they have a Lido version of a STETH, leveraged STETH token. Sturdy Finance governance vote to RETH passed. That's really exciting. DAppNode, of course. Avado, that we'll be talking about that in today's episode. Hot Protocol now supports RETH. We talked about that. Tapio Finance intends to support RETH at launch. IMC worked with PancakeSwap to have incentivized farms. Arcadia Finance released leveraged RETH product. Origin DeFi is integrating RETH into its OETH product. And LST lending protocol and Arbitrum has announced support for RETH. And then with media marketing, there's the ZK Sync news. I got a lot of coverage from places such as the Daily Coin, Defiant, Block, and Blockworks. Other media coverage included FX Street, MinMax, AI Coin Codex, and Bitcoin Market Journal. Initiative was launched by PDA members to promote the use of minority execution-led clients. Switch from Geth to any of the others, or show that you are running Nethermind or Bisu, and you will get 3 POAPs. a raffle entry ticket and bragging rights on the site. A physical art gallery in Chicago hosted in real life streamed workshop about decentralizing Ethereum, including Rocket Pool validator setup. Momentum continued to build behind a campaign to promote the use of diversified ETH staking within DAOs, including Aragon DAO, and supportive responses including member Cult DAO, Nouns, and Gnosis DAO governance failed. And then liquid staking whales have been busy again, including a couple of 2,000 ETH deposits, one of which was via the MetaMask integration, 2,500 ETH deposit, 3,000 ETH deposit migration, 3,405, 4,580 ETH deposits, 8,000 ETH deposit, 10,065 ETH deposit, and the best of all, the 21,473 ETH deposit as well. Langas was on the panel with Bancor and Corbin. Community call guests were Origin Protocol and Steady Finance. There was a ton of positive Twitter content featuring Rocket Pool following a post from Danny Ryan about the danger posed by the largest liquid staking protocol not willing to self-limit. Token Motion released a thread about getting started as a Rocket Pool node operator. A YouTube video in French was released about Rocket Pool, c'est bon. And the EI pandas have been burning NFTs to promote LST diversity. So that really was a packed episode, packed bi-weekly. So good job with that, Mav. Okay, next we have this update about Nethermind. The reason why version 1.9.6 is not out yet. So it says here, Joe was sharing a screen cap of his talk with people from the Nethermind Discord, saying that there's a problem with receipt sync. And what's the query? And Joe says, it's the same thing. Gave it a window just in case that helped, but it did not. As in, if you resync, is it still missing? Hard to tell. It's about 18 hours to resync, including block and receipt download time. If you just need to experiment, you can remove the receipt database. This is for experimentation. This is for production. Our validators will call ETH get logs routinely. And then I can't recommend upgrading until the fix is released. So there's a fix. Basically, if you are on Nethermind version 1.19, then there's issues claiming rewards and distributions until that's get fixed. So Nethermind are aware of this problem, and here they said we found a bug in the decoding logs, and thus having incorrect get ETH logs results in some cases. Fixes already merged and is being tested in version 1.19.1, and the hot fix will arrive ASAP. So this was from this was added to the release from 5 days ago, but I guess they're working on a fix right now, so hopefully it will be available soon, and people who are having those issues with the latest version of Nethermind will be okay. Okay, so going into the RocketScan website and having a look at the deposit pool, like yesterday we found out there was the 21,000 ETH deposit. Since then, the deposit pool is not full. Actually, it's still empty. That's really cool. Let me just refresh this to have a look. Yeah, it seems like some people have been spinning up new mini pools. So there's only a balance of 30 ETH in there right now. So there's space for 17,969 ETH if you want to deposit that. There's 15 mini pools waiting that need to be dequeued. So as people mint our ETH, with each mint, the 2 of those will be dequeued, or you can run a command to dequeue it yourself if you want. And then this is a really nice number that I just caught today. It says total deposits into the deposit pool are approaching 500,000. They're at 499,343, which is really nice to see. In a little bit of sad news today, and this is just for me, like it's not really sad news at all, but the daily deposits into the deposit pool actually, for the first time in over a month, there were less than 1,000 in one day, so that was really sad. We finished at 900 and so it ended on 947 ETH, which is of course just under 1,000. So that was the first time since April 30th that we got less than 1,000 ETH into the deposit pool. The average of course is still really high, but right now we only have the space for the 18,000 because the mini pools are done. So we need some big whales, if you're listening, to spin up a whole lot of LEB8s. Of course, the deposit pool can still accept just less than 18,000 more ETH. And once that happens, then people who want our ETH will have to go to the secondary market to buy it, which will then potentially develop a premium for our ETH. So there's an expectation that premium could be coming in the next few days, and it's likely that it'll be here soon. So if people are waiting to become mini pool operators, like start new mini pools or convert, then it might be worth waiting maybe a week or two to see if you can get those premium and use Rocket Arb to try to make some money on that. If you have a quick look at the RETH tab as well, it says the supply of course is 431,102. So that's been pretty much up only for the last 6 weeks, 2 months, 2 months basically, which is amazing. Okay, so yesterday, I said that Whale minted 21,000 RETH. So Ludi here went and did some research and found a bunch of tweets that gave some information about who that person is. So they got 1 million ETH at Genesis, which kind of made people think that it was Joe Lubin, but it seems like it wasn't Joe Lubin. And then, because Joe Lubin, of course, has a whole lot of ETH. And then it says has a maker vault with 180,000 ST ETH in there, which is $325 million worth. They minted 20,000 RETH, which was $38 million. They also have an additional $65,817 unstaked, which is $118 million. And then last November, they acquired 18,855 ETH for an average price of $1,220.75. So they kind of took a huge chunk of the liquidity after the FTX crash. So they were really buying up the FTX crash, which was an amazing time to buy because that was the recent low pretty much. And then this person also the second largest maker holder and has a history of voting on many proposals. So it was nice to get a little bit of a profile about the person who minted 21,000 ETH. That was pretty cool to see. Okay, and then of course, the queue yesterday, like I said, it takes a new RETH minting to kind of clear the queue, 2 mini pools at a time, depending on how much you mint. And then what happened is, you can, DC D McCartney yesterday, ran a script to DQ lots of mini pools at the same time. So Joe and Jasper here last night were having a chat about clearing the mini pool queue, and Joe said, when the queue hits 0, expect everyone to spam whack with rocket fuel notifications like the real 0. And Jasper says, I thought we already hit real 0. And Joe said, almost. There's enough ETH to hit the real 0. It just needs to be assigned. And Jasper said, how do I do it? And then Joe gives him the node command saying rocket pool QP a lot. And Joe says, can I just do RETH, small RETH deposits? And Joe says, I guess. Jasper says the more efficient way. And Joe says the rocket pool QP is the most efficient way. And then how to do it without a smart node. And Joe said, send me enough ETH to cover gas and I'll do it. And Joe says, how much? And Jasper says, how much? Joe said, I don't know. And then they were basically talking about it back and forth. And then Joe sent the node address and Jasper sent it, and then they cleared it. So that's here. Joe said sent. Jasper said sent, and it's really cool. So it got cleared out. So good job for Jasper. Thank you, and for Kane for doing that. But that's it. We were at 0. So the mini pools cleared last night, which was amazing. But of course, it's gone up a little bit since then. But that will get cleared really soon, I'm sure. Okay, next we got this little bit of news. We've got this little bit of news about what staking might look like in the near future. So here, Mini Kiev said when LEB4, and Joe said 4s won't exist until at least we get Gigapools. And Dr. Roxo said Gigapools? And Joe says, yeah, it's a contract upgrade that will mean that you'll get one contract for all mini pools instead of one per mini pool. Stuff like distribute balance would only be one transaction for as many as you want. And then Noshua said when design post on Gigapools, and Joe says when Kane's done with governance stuff. So this is something that they're working on in the back end to try to make it so they can get it all cleared up, and change the way that the mini pools operate on the Rocket Pool, which will make it a lot more gas efficient for people to stake their ETH with Rocket Pool, which of course is really amazing, and it make it a lot easier to interact with your stake as well, to distribute the balance and your rewards and all that kind of stuff. At the same time, there's discussions going on the Ethereum Foundation as well. So there's this ETH researcher post that came out that said it's regarding a proposal to increase the validated max effective balance. So your 32 ETH right now is the minimum and the maximum balance, but it will become that will just be the minimum balance and there will be no max. So the post here argues that it will make a enshrined proposable separation possible, and also single slot finality, because right now there's just too many too many validators on Ethereum, and it makes it really difficult to get finality issues at certain times. So without having fewer validators, it will be quite difficult to do that. This is a really good idea of making it so you have fewer validators on Ethereum, and will basically massively reduce the load. So there's a lot of comments that are already coming through here. So proposal here says the increased max effective balance to encourage validator set contraction, which unblocks single slot finality and enshrined PPS and reduces unnecessary strain on the P2P layer. Critically, we do not propose increasing the 32 ETH minimum required to become a validator, or requiring any sort of validator consolidation. This process would purely be opt-in, so you'd be able to consolidate your validators into one, and then that would mean that you could just have one giant validator. And the great thing about that is it would let you compound your ETH rewards. So right now you can only earn rewards in multiples of 32 ETH. So if you have 42 ETH, that 10 ETH on top is sitting idle, you're not getting any rewards on that. Whereas then if you are if you have 48 ETH there, you would get 42 ETH, you'd still get rewards on those 42 ETH, which of course is fantastic. So this post goes into a lot of details about why this should happen and what it would look like, and what the benefits of it will be, and then this was there's a whole discussion on here, so you can definitely go and check that out. And I think there's a lot of really good points made, so I think you'll learn quite a lot from it. Okay, next we have this news from Avado. For those of you who don't know, Avado are hardware company that sell plug and play blockchain computers that let you stake on there. They have Rocket Pool integrated on that, and now they updated to allow 8 ETH validators within their system. So they've got a Rocket Pool package on their Avado, and they can spin up validators now with only 8 ETH. And you can also exit your Rocket Pool validators. So if you were staking through Avado up to now, you weren't able to withdraw your stake or convert to LEB8, but now you can. So if you update to the latest package, then you'll have access to that system on your Avado hardware. I don't know how many Rocket Pool people use Avado. I've not really come across any. I know a few that use DAppNode images in the past, for their solo stake and stuff, but I've not really come across many people who use Avado. I'm sure some do, which is why they have it, but it's really great that they're expanding their features for the Rocket Pool package that they have. Okay, next we had this person called Archie, who came into General this morning and said, hello Kane, I would like to know if you can direct me towards the business development of your project. I would like to discuss the creation and integration of non-custodial crypto wallet. I'm speaking on behalf of Evercode Lab. Much appreciate your assistance. And then Archie was Mav was tagged by Kane, and Mav posted a screenshot from yesterday saying where Archie was asking for the same help, and Chaos told them that they could DM Maverick, but they missed that. So he said didn't notice that, sorry. But this is of course then they went to DMs. But this is really cool that there's more wallets coming out that are integrating our ETH into the wallet, and hopefully that means that they'll be able to like help more R ETH getting minted, which of course is really cool. Okay, so as you all know, we have the raffle going on with POAPs and all that kind of stuff, because Schifrin and the gang are incentivizing switching execution layer clients. So Anthony Sassano here on Daily Gwei was really happy that that is happening, and gave it some really good coverage in his episode. So that was really nice for Schifrin, that his project, and of course other people who are working with him and the POAP artists, all of them are getting some really nice coverage here. And I can just about see Lee's name there as well in the screenshot. So he got caught in the video, which is nice. But yeah, this was really great to see that Schifrin is doing like a really cool thing, and it's getting noticed by some cool people. So congrats on that, Schifrin. Okay, talking about that still, here Schifrin posted all the people who are the donors of towards the raffle for the being the minority execution layer client, and we have Penvic, Dr. Doofus, Leety, me, Entrider, Ultrasound Monkey, James Conley, Lame, Huarog, and Mambosan as well. So these people are going to get an additional POAP. If you want that contributor POAP, then definitely check that out. It's really cool. And then here's the whole list of people that have migrated and people who are already using minority clients. I don't think this list has been updated since yesterday, and a whole bunch of people in trading today were saying that they're in the process of updating right now, and they'll post their screenshots after they finish, or that they will do it in the coming days, because this campaign is going to last the whole month of June. So that's really, really cool to see. Okay, next we had this tweet from Blockworks, who were promoting permissionless. I think they're running it, or they're involved in running permissionless with Bankless. Yes, Blockworks and Bankless together are running permissionless. So here Blockworks had this tweet saying Rocket Pool is leading the charge on democratization of staking. Until now, validators needed to have a minimum of 32 ETH to become validator. Rocket Pool only requires 8. Here from Nextblock, which of course is Ken, on the future of staking at permissionless, and then there's a link to get tickets. They've got a really nice headshot of Ken there. Ken Smith is representing Rocket Pool, and he's attending, of course, on blockworks.com/permissionless if you want to get tickets. So definitely if you want to attend permissionless, then you'll get to see our beloved Ken there as well, which is really awesome. Okay, next we had an update from NodeSet. So those of you who know, NodeSet are kind of calling themselves a layer 2 for Rocket Pool. Wanda here had an announcement this afternoon saying, hi everyone, it's been a while since that last update, but as always there's been a lot of hard work in the meantime. First of all, we're happy to announce that 2 very talented engineers have joined the NodeSet team. Barbalut comes from a web technologies background and will be taking on some of our off-chain infrastructure. Teddy is a smart contract engineer coming from a decentralized ID background, and he'll be taking on the bulk of the Solidity work for Constellation version 1. Secondly, we're continuing our research to ensure Constellation is the best it can be. We're continuing to explore ZK technologies for our XRETH Oracle, hopefully for version 1 if things go well, and we're working to define more specific requirements for mainnet version 1, version 2 and beyond. Finally, a quick update on version 1 implementation progress. We're working hard to implement the systems initially described in our announcement post, which was their Medium article from a while ago, and we expect to have an internal prototype ready within the first few months. From there, we'll move quickly into an unofficial audit before our first alpha testnet. This will be invite only, but don't worry, a public beta testnet will come soon after our official audits. The road to mainnet is long, but we are still targeting a release by the end of the year. There's a lot more cooking behind the scenes, but we leave it there for now. So that is a really nice update from Wanda and the NodeSet team. The team is growing, the team is working hard, the team is on track to doing really, really cool things, and I'm cheering them from the sidelines. Of course, they're really cool guys. I really like them, so I'm really happy to see this. Okay, next there was a bit of a funny discussion that kind of started in trading this afternoon, where Yorick posted this post in ETH Trader Reddit, about a person saying, why are you not a Rocket Pool node operator? You'll get better returns. You're adding more to decentralization. Like you win, Ethereum wins, Rocket Pool wins, everybody wins. Go and do it. And at the end it says, disclaimer, not financial advice. I have no affiliation to all nodes other than being a happy customer. I hold RPL, and more node operators joining the network will pump my bags. So that was a really nice disclaimer. That was quite honest. And then Chia said, I think the disclaimer is nice. Patches said, I'm not a Rocket Pool employee. I have no affiliation with the Rocket Pool team besides a banter-filled relationship with a few of their devs. I hold RPL, and more node operators joining the network pump my bags. So what brings you to support today? So people just kind of like talking back and forth about that. Dr. Lufa said, if Rocket Pool is a cult, it's a bizarre cult where half of the members don't trust the leaders, and about 100% of the members have some major issue with the cult that they harp on very vocally, incessantly. And then, Avado said it's more of a mob than a cult, really. We have adorable orange pitchforks. And Rocket One says, this seems like a healthy discussion. Nixo came in with some good points and nobody got huffy or hard salesy. And then, they were talking about like how, the how cults are formed and how they kind of fall apart. And then someone replied by saying, why are you not a Lido node operator? With news that SEC going after both Binance and Coinbase last 2 days. Ask why you're not staking with a centralized provider when better options exist. Lido node operators with 0 ETH nodes make API on their staked ETH. This is competitive with the highest yield staking services with only a lot of the centralization risk. And then people kind of like laughing about that. And then they were just talking about all the different cultish qualities that, communities have, and how Rocket Pool community, especially in trading, kind of like ticks a lot of those boxes. So Jasper says we're a cult of decentralization. And so that discussion went on for quite a while. And it was a really nice, fun discussion that you can read if you follow the links in the description. On that note, I'm going to end today's episode. This evening thing is going to take some getting used to, because I had such good like momentum in the mornings and like energy in the mornings to get things done. But in the evenings, I think I'm going to be flagging a little bit, but that's all good. Anyway, I hope you all stick around for the evening ride, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.